Let me tell you something you already know.
I'm Dave Kirilloff, languageofhitting.com. I want to talk to you today about what program are you going to invest your time and invest your energies in making yourself a better hitter. In our baseball and softball cultures, hitting has fads. There's the fad to hit down on the ball, create backspin. There's a fad where we want to create more bat speed. There's a fad going on currently now where we want to create lift and launch. And I think the fad that we're in now to create lift and launch can be the most dangerous of fads that we experience as hitters and as coaches. This is why I say that. I know there is a great reward in creating lift and launch. And when we practice creating this lift and launch in our batting practices or off the batting tee, sometimes going into the cage with our coach and our coach is giving us underhand tosses, or maybe he's throwing mild to us from about 40 feet away, or we're getting batting practice tee work and we're creating lift and launch, it sometimes can give us a false presence of how well we're doing. The true litmus test, if what we're practicing is going to transfer into the game, is that when I get to the game, I still get those good results that I got in batting practice. When I get to the game and now I'm looking at an environment that is not predictable, all right, it's not constant. I'm not getting the same speed from the coach or the same angle, the toss angles. No, now the pitcher is actually trying to get me out and is deceiving me with balls pitched inside, balls pitched outside, high and low. One is fast, one is slow. So again, what training paradigm are you going to invest your time into this off season? What are you going to invest your energy doing that's going to actually translate into the game? Will this current trend of creating a lift and launch help some players? Yes, it will. And this is why. Because in their training for lift and launch, for some players, they figure out the concepts of timing and vision. No one even explains it to them, but subconsciously they figure it out. They may not even be able to put it into words, but they figure it out. And then they take these subconscious thoughts into the game with them. And behind everything they were doing for lift and launch, deep below those layers, they figured something out about vision. And they're taking these concepts into the game with them. They figured something out about timing. And internally, those hitters are hitting better in the games because they figured out timing and they figured out the vision. So here's the problem. When they stop hitting well, what do they rest on? They go back to the mechanics, they go back to the lift and launch angles, and they lost it. They lost the ideas of timing and vision because no one's ever made application with it to the deep layers of what was really behind their success in the games. And they can't put their fingers on what was making it so good. They had the impression it was this lift angle, these angles of the bat, creating 30-degree angles of lift. But you know what? What was really behind it was their timing and their vision. And how about the rest of maybe the 75% of players, girls fast pitch softball and men's and boys baseball, that they practice lift and launch angles in batting practice under this controlled environment, this false environment, and they go to do it in a game, and you know what? They blow up. They screw up. They can't do it, and their swings are even worse than they started. And they made all this investment into the off season, trying to make this lift and launch, but they were doing it under a protected environment, a predictable environment, and they can't make translation to it into the game. So here's the good news. What I have for you is the internal pieces to what hitting really is. What's really behind these successes of these trends of lift and launch, rotational hitting, linear hitting, create more bat speed, swing down on the ball, is this. It's timing. It's understanding the vision, timing the vision, and players have a good sense of what is the pitcher's common denominator, although they can't even put it into words, but internally they get it. It begins with the video series, The Best Hitting Drill Ever. Learn how to time your vision at home plate. And then once you're ready, make the big investment into the world's greatest hitting formula video series. This is where I have information about the pitcher's common denominator, and then this is where I have some of the biggest jewels there are to hitting and timing the vision. This is the very system that my son, Alex Kirilloff, grew up with and trained with. He is the #1 draft pick of the Minnesota Twins 2016. He is the Appalachian League Player of the Year 2016. The home run hitting champion at Petco Park 2015. This is the most sophisticated, innovative, progressive hitting approach you will ever hear. Hey, I don't know about you, but I'm a former athlete, and I used to hate to waste my time doing exercises and training that I know later after doing it that it didn't translate back into the game. Everything that is packed into the best hitting drill ever and the world's greatest hitting formula is a systematic approach that's going to help you to perform better in the games. I'm Dave Kirilloff. May the Lord bless you.